press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello all, I hope that all are doing good. So today I am going to start the lesson which we are stopped in the last class, that is tenses. Yes, we have learned in the last class about tenses and its types. You know, in the different types of tenses we come to know about the simple present tense, then present continuous tense, and then present perfect tense, then present perfect continuous tense. So these are about the present tense and its different forms. Okay, so you know we have some different situations. So when we are going to make a sentences according to the situation and with the respective time, okay, with the time frame, because when the action takes place, so we should have to say with the timing. Timing means it is about the present tense or past tense or in the future tense. So in what tenses, in what time, so those actions are going to happen, or it was happened, or it will be happening. Okay, so we have come to know about the different types of tenses and its forms. Okay, that is, we have completed present tense and past tense, and in the past tense, so we have left only one form of past tense in the last class. Yes, so today I am going to start today's lesson with the last form of a past tense, that is past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so let's today we are going to deal with this. Okay, so that is past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense. Okay, past perfect continuous tense. So here so what the definition says here, what is the rule says here? Okay, so here the rule says it is used for actions that started at certain period of time in the past and ended after some period in the past, in the past only. Okay, so something was started in the past tense, in the past period of time, in certain period of time, and that action was completed in the past only. Okay, so it has not continued in the present or neither it is in the future. So that action, it was started in the past and then it was ended in the past tense only. Okay, so that's what we are going to use this. Okay, that is past perfect continuous tense. So this is the rule of this form. Okay, so let's see the definition of this form. So definition here, I wanted to tell that the sentence here, they had been meeting for many years before they got married. Okay, so what is the sentence for this example, for this rule? So don't forget this, the rule is some actions was started in the past. Okay, it was started in the certain period of time, then it was also ended in the past tense only. Okay, so in that case we are going to use this. So this is, they had been meeting for many years before they get married. They got married. They got married. Okay, so let's see over this example. They had been meeting. Okay, so had been, so that means, so this action, which action? Meeting action, it was started in certain period of time in the past. Okay, so there it takes in the past tense only. Okay, that thing was happened in the past tense, so that's why we are going to use this had. Okay, had, it shows that it's a perfect tense. Okay, it is a perfect, past perfect. Had been meeting, it says about a continuous action which was takes place in the past for many years. Okay, so for many years they were met each other. Okay, they were meeting, they had been meeting for many years before they got married. Okay, so before it has added here. Here there are two sentences which tells about the past tense. Okay, so they got married. So they got married. Here is V2 and this is the main verb adding with the ed. Okay, so added with ed. So that means past tense. Here it says about a past, simple past tense, that is got married. Okay, so this is the V2, got married. So that shows that this is happening in the past tense. So that action was started in the past only and it was continued for several years. Okay, and then what the result came, they got married. Okay, so all those things would happen in the past tense. So this is the sentence, this is the example according to the rules of this form of the tenses. So let's see the another example with this, with the same definition, with the same rule. Yesterday, Alia had been reading. Yesterday, Alia had been reading the newspaper. Reading the newspaper since 7 a.m. Since 7 a.m. Okay. So this here, yesterday means it is telling about the yesterday means about the past tense. Okay. So yesterday, if you write in the beginning or at the end, it is okay. But we are this sentence because we have to show again here time. So that's why we have showed here time, that is yesterday, that is past tense. Okay, had been, so it was perfect action. Okay, she was reading, we can't use this in a she was reading. Okay, that becomes a past continuous tense. Okay, but we have to show here that is a perfect tense. Okay, perfect continuous tense. So when we use this had, it shows about some action was happened perfectly. Okay, there is no changes in that action, there is no doubt in that action. Had been means it's a continuous action was going on in the past tense. Okay, perfectly and also continuously it was going on. And then the newspaper since 7 a.m. the newspaper, what she was reading, she was reading newspaper. Okay, so here since 7 a.m. so in this case also we can use this kind of a definition. Okay, sorry, this kind of a sentence. The newspaper since 7 a.m. Since 7 a.m. it tells about the past tense. Here we can see there is a two past tense. This time it shows the two tenses, that is the past tense, which was the action was happened in a one day, that is yesterday. Okay, so that action was takes place in the yesterday, and it also shows the time, the exact time of the action. What is the action? Reading the newspaper, it was a action, it was happened in the past tense. So in this case we have to use this past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so here we have shown here the two action which was happened in the past tense. Sorry, one action which was happened in the two different times. Okay, so the one action which was happened in the two different times. Okay, so that is yesterday, the particular day yesterday, and since 7 a.m. it is the exact timing when the action was started. Okay, so that's why we are using this past perfect continuous tense. I hope that you all are understood this two sentences. According to this you can also solve, you can also practice over this. Okay, you can create so many other sentences which is helpful for you to understand. So what is this sentences are. Okay, so here is the sentences with the which it shows the rules of this past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so let's move to the next tense, that is future tense and its four forms of tenses. Okay, So future tense. So something is going to happen in the future. Okay, it is going to be happen in the future. So we are going to use this future tense. So let's see that what kind of examples with the forms of tenses. So here first we will see that a simple future tense. Okay, simple future tense. Simple future tense. Here it is used to express the future actions. Which one? So what is the rule of this? It is used. So this form it is used to express this, some action is going to happen in the future. Okay. So this is example here. Example here. I shall see you tomorrow. I shall see you tomorrow. Okay, I shall see you tomorrow. So shall, it's a modal auxiliary verb. Okay, it's a modals or else you may call auxiliary verb. So here shall is tells about a future action. Okay, something is happening in the future. We can't change the main verbs. So in the future we can't change this main verbs. So these are the, so see is the main verb. Okay, so like you know, in the past tense we have changed the main verbs also, like eat becomes ate. Okay, then read becomes read. Then some other things are there, like write becomes written and wrote. Okay, so the two tenses it is going to change, whether it is a present tense or it is a past tense, it will be changes. But in the future tense there is no changes in the main verbs. Okay, always remain in the same form. Okay, which one? This one, that is actions. So the actions are remain in the same, it is not changing in the present tense or else in the past tense. So because something is going to happen in the future, so we can't change that actions. Okay, action words, action verbs or action words we are not changing here. So what shall we have to add here, that is shall or a will. Okay, so these two things it says about, it says that so something is going to happen, the action is going to be takes place in the future. So that's why we are using here shall or will. So that means that understand about that. So we are, something is happening in the future only. Okay, without changing this main verb. Okay, we can't change it here because the rules is saying like this. So we need to follow the rules of grammar. Okay, we can't do whatever we liked and whatever we understood. So according to this we are going to follow this. Okay, so here the main verbs are not changing. So what we shall do here, we should add here shall or will. Okay, so this is I shall see you tomorrow. So tomorrow, so this action has happened in the future. Okay, so what it is, see you means meet you. Okay, I shall see you tomorrow. I will means it says about we will meet you again tomorrow. Okay, so this is, so then they will look after their son. So the next sentence for this, they will look after their son. Okay, their son. So here will, if you use will or shall, so both it is okay. Okay, so then here is look, not loof. It's a look. So it is not changing to past tense. Okay, it is not changing into past tense or then continuous tense. So continuous tense is also going to change, but the main verbs it remains same. Okay, so it is not changing into looked. So that means wrong. So what it will remain in this form, in the same form. They will look after their son. So some action is going to happen in the future. Okay, so what is the action? Look after. Okay, they are look after their son. So that is the thing here. So let's see the next one, that is future continuous tense. Okay, so this is about the simple future tense. I hope that you all are understood this. So let's move to the next form, that is future continuous tense. future continuous tense. So this rule says, okay, what says? Here, this tense is also used for the actions going to happen in the future, near future, the same way as simple future and present continuous tense. So in the same way, how the simple future tense it says to us, okay. So what the rules of simple future tense, it is also the same, okay. So something is going to happen in the near future, okay. So that's why we are going to use here present continuous tense. Future continuous tense here, okay. So then next is example. So example for this is Rohini will be applying for MS in one of the university, universities. Okay, universities of Germany. So this is, so what it says, like how the simple future tense it says about a future action. So same thing here it is, okay, that is future continuous tense. Rohini will be applying, okay, so here we have to use be, okay, applying continuous action, okay. So here it says the continuous action. So she will be applying, Rohini will be applying for the MS in one of the university of Germany, okay. So this is the sentence here. So here when we see that the main verb is adding ing, okay, here the main verb that is apply, when it is add to ing, it shows that here is the continuous action. So continuous action it tells in the future, which says about something is going to happen in the future but in a continuously, okay. So that is the sentence for this rule, okay. So let's move to the next one. Okay, so I wanted to tell you the negative one also. So what is the negative structure? Like S plus shall or will plus not V1 ing plus object, okay. So like, let's see with this example, this is a structure of negative sentence. When we make a negative sentence, okay, so this is the structure, this is the right structure of a forming of sentence. So then let's see with this same example, Rohini, okay, so here is the subject, Rohini is the subject, then will, so we need to add here will, then not, will be not, okay, applying, will be not applying, for MS in one of the universities of Germany, okay. So this is the rules of negative sentence structure, okay. So like this, Rohini will be not, okay, so Rohini will be not applying for MS in one of the university. Will not be, you can use here will not be, will be not here, will not be applying. So you can also use in a contracted form, that is won't, okay. Will it, when we use negative this not to this word, that is what called modal verb. So what we have to use here? Won't. Okay. So it will take it as a won't. So how we are writing? Won't. Okay. So will not is make a contracted form, then it is called as a won't. Okay. So Rohini won't be applying for MS in one of the universities of Germany, or will not be applying for MS in one of the universities of Germany. Okay. So this is the future continuous tense. I hope that you all are understood this. Let's move to the next form of the tenses, that is future perfect tense. Okay, future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. This tense is used to take about the actions that will be complete at certain period of time, certain time in the future. Okay. So this is applying for when some action is going to happen in the future, but it should be completed in certain period of time. Okay. It should be completed. Okay. So then we are going to use this form of tense. Okay. Let's see the example of this form. So here the guest will have the guests. Okay, so that is perfect. The action is going to be happen completely in the future. Okay, without any delay. So without any confusions or doubt or anything else. So that action is going to be happen in the future. Okay, so this is, in that sake we are going to use this kind of tense. So then here example, the guest will have arrived by 6 a.m. at the hall. Okay. Okay. The guest will have arrived. See this. Here we have not used here only one verb, that is the main verb, that is arrive. We are used here ed. We are added ed to the main verb and also have. Okay. So guest here, why we have used here have? Because the guest, it tells the plurals. Plural. Okay. So when we use the plurals here, so what we should use that? We have to use have, and it says a present. Present means a future. Okay, and here it tells the future. Okay, so this is, so something is going to be happen perfectly. So that's why we are going to use this will have arrived. So here there are the three forms, that is will is using for future, have is using for present tense, and arrived is using for past tense. Okay, because they will be arriving, still they have not done. So action is not happening in the present. Okay, so it will be happening in the future. So we are going to use this will and have joined together, means when we use together, then after that we have to use this arrived, means that is perfect. They are in time. Okay, without delay. So they are arriving in time. So that's why we are using this main verb here with the adding ed to the main verb. Okay, so this is, and next example for this. Sarika will have prepared dinner by the time we reach home. Okay. Sarika will have prepared. It's so sure that something is going to happen in the future. But it is sure, yeah, she will be prepared herself. Okay, so dinner, it was prepared by herself only. So it is perfect and exact time, by the time. Okay, so here it shows the by the time. So before they were reaching to the home, the dinner is ready on the table. Okay, by the time. So we reach home. So this is, okay. So I hope that you understood this form of tenses. So let's move to the next form of the tense, that is future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. So this tense is used for for actions that will start at certain time in the future. Okay, so some of the action which will start in some certain period of time in the future. Okay, and then last for certain period and then end in the future. So it was continued in some period of time and then it will be end in the future only. Okay, so in that case we are going to use this kind of a tense. Okay, so some action is going to be start in the future, then it will be that action is continued for some period of time. Okay, and then that action is going to an end, so in particular period of time in the future. So then we are going to use this kind of a tense. So let's see the example for this. So example for this: Jane will have been preparing her speech since afternoon tomorrow. Okay, so here action of this sentence is preparing her speech. Whose speech? That is Jane's speech. It was preparing on tomorrow. Okay, will have been, so some action is going to be start in the future. Okay, so this action is going to be start in the future and then it is continuingly and it continues for some period of time. Okay, so that's why we are using preparing, then and it is end in the future since afternoon tomorrow. Okay, sorry, so since afternoon tomorrow it is started, so some action is going to be started in the future. Okay, then will have been preparing, it will be preparing in time. Okay, it will be finished within the time. Okay, so this is the example for that sentence. Let's see that next sentence: I will have been working all day tomorrow. Okay, so I will have been working, so for whole day I am going to work. Okay, so that's why I can't do any other work. So if you are making a plans of future, so we can use this kind of a sentences. Okay, when we speak with any other person about the future, or when we write something. Okay, so like this way we have to frame sentences with the help of the tenses. We can't say simply with the past tense without knowing is it a past tense or a present tense or either a future tense. So when the actions are happening, okay, what is the purpose of that action is going on? So we need to understand whole things, and then only we can write the proper sentences. Okay, so this is I have been working, so whole day I am going to be work by tomorrow. Okay, so all day tomorrow. So totally I will be busy in tomorrow. So this is the meaning of that sentence. Okay. So this is the tenses. I hope that you all are understanding this part. And let's see about interrogative sentence and structure. Let's see the structure here. Structure of okay, negative sentence, negative structure. Okay, so what is that? S plus shall or will, then have, not plus been, V1, ing and object. Okay, so this is the structure of this sentence. Okay, so then next is let's see about the sentence here. Mahi will not be, Mahi will have. Okay, so there is a slightly changes here. Will not have. Okay, now let's see. Mahi will not have been learning her poem since morning that day. Okay, so this is the sentence here. So when we see the sentences like this way, it tells the future action. Okay, something is going to happen in the future. So what is that? Learning her poem. So whose poem? That is Mahi's poem. So it will not have been, because that day is maybe something of the plan or something else. So she can't learn. Okay, she can't learn from the morning particular that day. Okay, so this is the sentence here. So let's see the interrogative sentence, like question form. So if the sentence which is in a question form, so what kind of a sentence we are going to use here in this future perfect continuous tense? So for this, shall or will is plus have been, learning, have been, V1 plus ing plus object, that question mark. Okay, so when the sentence which is in a question form, how we are going to use the sentence? Okay, so here the sentence is will Mahi have been learning her poem since morning that day, then question mark. Okay, so like this we have to frame the sentences, okay, according to the rules of a grammar. So we can't change in a sentence order, so we should have to create according to the rules, then like this structure. So this is the right way to utilize the this language. Okay, so will Mahi. So when any helping verbs which will comes first, so it shows that there is a question form. Okay, the sentence, it is in a question form. Okay, so then will Mahi have been learning her poem since morning that day? So it is in a question form. When it is end with the punctuation, so that means it is a question form, that is an interrogative sentence. So this is about the today's class. I hope that you all are understood that today's class and the last class. Okay, the main thing is you should have to practice. Okay, practice, and if you take one single sentence, you can change the sentence from simple to then present continuous, then present perfect, then present perfect continuous tense. If you take only one single sentence, so I will show you how you will take a one single sentence and then you change the sentence. Okay, then only you make yourself practice. So okay, so if you know the proper rules, so it is easy to change the sentences if you take a one sentence. So see here, simple present. Okay, simple tense. So practice yourself like this way. Then continuous tense, then perfect tense, then perfect continuous tense. Okay, like this way, and you have to take the tenses, three tenses here. First is present tense, then past tense, and then future tense. Okay, so that's an easy way to learn your tenses with proper sentences. So make these columns like this. Okay, then you just start to work with any one kind of a example, like any one kind of a sentence. So first I will take any of simple present tense, that is, okay, Reema likes music. Okay, then Reema liked music. Then Reema will be like music, or you take will, only will, not will be. Reema will like music. Then if it is a present continuous tense, what should be the sentence? Reema is liking music. Okay, then here Reema was liking music. Then Reema will be liking music. Okay, then perfect tense, Reema. Okay, because here is the singular subject, the subject is singular, so that's why we have to use the perfect tense, present perfect tense verb, that is has. Okay, has like music. Reema has like music. Then in past tense, Reema had liked music. Okay, then here Reema will have like music. like this. Then again it comes to present perfect continuous tense. Rima, because it is a present perfect continuous tense, no? So we are going to use here Rima has been liking music. Okay? Rima had been liking music. Then Rima will have been liking music. So this is the way to write. Okay. So now why I have did like this, because you just practice over this. If you practice how many sentences, if you practice yourself in this way, so you make perfect, okay, in a tenses. So then you will understand the rules. Whatever the rules I have told you in the earlier classes, like last classes and today's class, so keep it that thing in your mind and work on this like this way, okay. So if you understand properly, it's not only a few minutes to understand about this, okay. You will do in a few minutes, like changes from present tense to past tense and the future tense, okay. So this is the way to write. If it is a plural, then the helping verbs will be changing here. If it is a plural, okay. If the subject it is a plural, then it will be changing. So if it is a singular, it will be changing like this way, okay. So practice over at least 5 to 10 sentences. Work on yourself. At least nearly 5 to 10 sentences with these tenses. How you are changing this tenses from one to another, okay. So like this way. So I am going to rub this. Okay, today I am going to stop the class here, because this is about the tenses, and this is how you are going to practice yourself with the help of this a column what I have done here. So we will meet you in the next class. So all of you stay home, stay safe and keep learning. Practice well. Thank you.